Hi there, Ray Baraska again. Today I want to speak with you about a serious issue that's been threatening the future of this country, including its ordinary citizens like you and I, for a very long time. It's the issue of wealth concentration. As you may have read, most of the wealth in this country is controlled by a small percentage of people at the top. It's these people, these excessively greedy, accredited investors, many of whom are also so-called angels or venture capitalists, that are exercising this control. And in the process, they're destroying both the wealth of the ordinary citizen and the U.S. innovation process, which was once the envy of the world. Let me explain. For the past 30 to 40 years, most of the wealth that's been created in this country has ended up in the pockets of those people who can qualify as accredited investors, angels, or venture capitalists. Very little ends up in the pockets of the ordinary citizen. How and why does this happen? It happens because these people, these accredited investors, angels, and venture capitalists, have kept the companies that generate this wealth private for as long as they possibly can, under their control, hoping to squeeze absolutely the last dollar of real value out of them before dumping these companies on the general public in the form of IPOs or initial public offerings. The downside is that by the time the company's stock winds up in your IRA or 401k, all the real value has been drained from it. Then you and other ordinary investors are left holding the bag. You have to deal with the residue as the company you've now invested in struggles to maintain its equilibrium and its share price in the marketplace. The result is that you, the ordinary investor, never had a chance to really capitalize on and get in on the ground floor of the next Facebook, Google, or Amazon. However, it's not all doom and gloom. Instead, for the first time, there's hope. It's in the form of a new company I'd like to tell you about. The name of that new company is Archimedes Offspring. What does this new company, Archimedes Offspring do? It provides opportunities for the ordinary investor, people like you and me, to invest at the ground floor level of innovation. It does this by matching your investment dollars with new inventions. By providing this opportunity to the ordinary investor, Archimedes Offspring permits the ordinary investor to get in ahead of the venture capitalist and wealthy investor, and instead make a direct investment in the future by investing in the inventions that might someday actually end up inside of the next Google or Amazon. By doing this, Archimedes Offspring thereby adds a whole new layer of value investing for the ordinary investor, a layer that, but for the existence of Archimedes Offspring, would not otherwise be available. But in addition to adding this extra value, at the same time, Archimedes Offspring reduces the risk of the investment by both limiting the amount that can be invested in any one invention, that is no more than $75,000, while at the same time creating diversification by including many more investments in inventions than either a venture capital fund or even a mutual fund can possibly contain by holding the stock of various startup companies. So unlike startups, where you invest in a single company with all the attendant risk and danger of such a concentrated investment, with Archimedes Offspring, the ordinary investor instead gets to invest in a wide and diversified pool of extraordinary inventions, some of which might ultimately lead to a cure for cancer, the newest propulsion system used in interplanetary exploration, or even the first safe, low-cost flying car. So to summarize quickly, Archimedes Offspring is making inventions and innovation available to the ordinary investor for the first time ever. By doing this, Archimedes Offspring will, over time, change the dynamic which has led to the unreasonable level of wealth concentration that exists in the U.S. today. And in the process, it will put the power back in the purse of the ordinary investor. If you're interested in learning more about Archimedes Offspring, you can check them out by visiting their website at www.archimedesoffspring.com, or you can email them at info@archimedesoffspring.com. And last but not least, if the phone is your best friend, you can reach the company by telephone at 720-535-5219. Now that I've shared with you a little bit about Archimedes Offspring, Why don't you do yourself a favor and check it out? I think you'll be glad you did. Thanks for your time and attention.